So for example, data protection is basically a right that we enjoy from our right to privacy provided for under Article 31 of the Constitution. If you look at online freedom of expression, is a right that is derived from the Constitution as well. Issues around access to information on online spaces or accessing data from governments or individuals for legal purposes is a right again that we derive from the Constitution as well. So Kenya has a very vibrant data protection law, which in my own analysis is divided into 3 sections. So one section of data protection, which is the heartbeat of that act, talks about the right of a data subject. Data subject ni mimi na wewe, the people who own the data that we share either with government or with companies, knowingly or unknowingly. The second aspect of that act talks about issues around the responsibilities of what we call the data handlers or the data processors. So the data handlers and data processors, these are the companies or the people who use our data for one reason or the other. We share this data with them. When we enter a building, na unaandika hapo hivyo jina yako, namba yako ya simu, and that goes for maybe for a security reason. Or when you sign into a social media app and then you give your name, your date of birth and things like that. So that becomes a data handler. Then there's a data processor. Sometimes a data handler can pass your data yako to another third party who processes that data. So the second part of that act talk about their responsibility, which gives them a lot of responsibility, which again enforces your right as a data subject. So what basically that means in the simplest of the language ni kwamba ile kampuni ambayo imechukua data yako na imeenda ikaweka, iko na jukumu la kumake sure kwamba hiyo data yako imetunzwa vizuri na haijapatiwa mtu mwingine. Then the end of that act talks about enforcement of rights. Hapo ndio ile tunasikia saizi the Office of Data Protection inakuja. Na watu wengi saizi wanaenda kwa hiyo ofisi to seek their rights. They are a good example. I think one of the examples that you should check as young people, there's a student from a university, I think it's called, I think either cooperative or multimedia, one of them, ambaye photo yake ilitumika by the university to do marketing during when she went for registration. And she went to the Office of Data Protection and she was compensated for that. We've seen other cases against other institutions who've used people's data and for the reasons that they were not given for. So wakati unapatiana data yako either kwa kampuni kuchukua loan, haijamaanisha kwamba wachukue hiyo data yako waanze kufanya marketing nayo. So basically hiyo ndio the data protection law and how it works.